And then finally, I want to leave you with some key questions to always ask when you're doing your job. Number one, this organization, what does it want to achieve? What is the objective? Why does this organization exist? If it's a corporate organization, at the end of the day, they want to make money. But beyond that, there's a bigger picture. There's a purpose behind the organization. If you read the company profile, company documents, I always say, go and read your company's annual report. Same thing with a development organization. You're trying to solve a problem, whether it's in health, whether it's in maternal health, water, whatever it is. Go and read the annual reports. Who are we? The board, what is the vision? You need to know these things. Why does this organization want to achieve this? Okay, this is what they want to achieve. Why? And if you don't know why, you need to be asking why. Why is this important? Why is it important for us to be the global player in this field? You might say that's a no-brainer, Adedoyin, but it's not a no-brainer, because you see, if you think that is a no-brainer, just go and ask the CEO or whoever you have access to. That I'm just curious, why is it so important for us to be the global leader? From what they say, you can actually even get insights that will also help you in creating your strategy. Because when you allow people to express themselves and talk, you're also seeing things that you may not even know. So find out why. How is this organization positioned in the industry? Are we at the top? Are we at the middle? Are we at the bottom? Is that people do not take us seriously? There's some organizations that people don't take them seriously. You now say you want to launch something. That reputation is going to affect whatever it is you want to do. How do we make money in this organization? You need to know whether it's for profit or non for profit. Where is money coming from? Are we selling products? Are we selling services? Are we, monetizing goodwill? Even for a development organization, if you realize, okay, we get money from donations are reducing, can I begin to speak to our leadership and our organization to say, okay, how can we begin to generate funds internally? Can we begin to do capacity building webinars, sharing the knowledge that we had? I was advising a nonprofit leader. She has done this for almost 25 years. She has expertise in certain things. She has frameworks. And I said, begin to do these paid trainings, begin to consult for the smaller global organization, because the small local ones may not be able to afford it, but they're not so big. Begin to share these frameworks. That is extra income that is coming. And she was like, oh, I didn't think of that. I was like, yeah, that's how you make money. So you might not begin to say, okay, donations are not coming in. How else can this organization or this nonprofit, how else can money come in to support the work that we're doing? Can we do a donation, or not donation, or something drive? I don't want to call it charity, but you know what I mean. Do something in the community that we're in, get people involved, leverage social media, leverage influencers. That's a way to raise money. There's so many ways to do this thing, but if you don't ask these questions, your mind is not open up to other possibilities on how to achieve whatever it is the organization wants to achieve. Who are we talking to? What do they want, need, and why? Please don't make assumptions about your target audience. You are not your target audience. You might be in the demographic, but you are not them. So you need to be listening to them. You need to be conducting surveys. You need to be doing sentiment analysis. This year, 2024, what is their mindset? Are they frustrated? Are they tired? Are they almost giving up? That state of mind helps you to know how it is you're going to communicate, because it would dictate what messages are going to land with them. So when that is frustrated, you're not telling the person that's frustrated to come and buy makeup. They're going to be looking at you like, it's like you don't have your priorities right. So you need to know how. I want to sell makeup to this person that's frustrated. Okay, what do I need to do? Should I create an event that is a pamper session for tired mothers, and I bring them together, and then we let them discuss, bring in a coach, let them release that burden and all, and then we share this and we use that to promote our products, and then get people to buy. That's how you now begin to think about it, because when you know the barriers, when you know where they are, you can say, okay, this can help us to overcome this barrier, to at the end of the day achieve what my organization wants to achieve. Everything you're going to be doing as a comms professional, whatever it is your organization wants to achieve, that is your priority. And then what is the typical buyer or audience journey for my organization? So how do people interact with our product or our services? Do they come across us first on so when they want to do a search, they see us on our website, and then from there, or is it by word of mouth? And all of these things require insights and data. How do they find you? If you know the buyer journey map, how do they go from awareness to actually become a customer? And then how do we now convert them to loyal customers? You need to know. What does success mean to my boss or senior leaders? In the workshop that I attended last year, they said, go and ask your boss, what makes you, stay awake at night? What is the thing that makes you stay awake at night? And that was such a powerful question, because the things that the business leaders are having to go through, last year was a lot of FX. You get to know what are their concerns, what is the thing, on their minds, minus personal problems. So some people, it's personal problems that may be keeping them up at night. But in terms of business problems, if you're able to know organizational problems, that also helps you to say, how can I help, my boss to solve this problem? You may not be able to solve every problem because not all problems are communication problems, but at least you can begin to think, what are the possibilities? And that's very powerful. So that's what I just said here. How can I use my comm skills to help the organization to achieve its goal? In what way can I add value to this organization? You need to be adding value. Value is everywhere. And I always say, look, don't just sit in your office as a comms person, then it's not when you want to do an activity, you now go and knock on the door of the sales team. You now go and meet HR and you now say, they're not paying attention or they're not responsive. They won't be responsive. Make friends with the people. Go to the sales. Sales, what are you people doing? What are your targets? What are you working on? What are the challenges? Go to the other, because in doing that, you're now able to see how you can use your role to support. You become a collaborator so that when sales, they are reporting their targets, they also report what comms did as well, because you're working as a collaborator, you're working as a supporter. And obviously you to take ownership of the thing that you're doing, or in case maybe if you're working in an organization that is toxic and people take credit for other people's work, at least you know what you did. But if you don't mingle with people, have conversations with people, you're not going to know, okay, we're facing this challenge with this community. So the programs people, they say, for example, the community, they did this and that. Okay, is there a way we can use comms to overcome this challenge or make this problem easier or sort this, whatever it is that may be the issue? But you need information. Like, information is so powerful, but you can't get information by sitting on your desk and facing your laptop. Even when you work remotely, connect with other people and be a human being. Oh, Angela, how are you? How's work? What's going on? What are you working on? Oh, how are you feeling? I'm not saying be best friends with your colleague, but be able to get the information from them. And you need to be human because they are also human. And then how can I show that my comms activities are making a difference to the organization? Very, very important. If you're doing all the great stuff, all the hard work, and you're not tracking it, so this is the beginning of the year now. Do you know sales volume? So if you work in an FMCG, what is the sales volume of this particular product? What is the analytics of the sales figure for a particular service? Where are we in terms of donation? How many donors do we have on board? You need those figures so that you're now able to track, is it more men or more women or more people in this group? Get all of those data and information, and then you can now begin to track the impact. Track not just, so it's not just about, we gained a rise in our newsletter readership. What did that convert to? One of the videos I'm going to be releasing on my YouTube channel is articulating the value of communications. You know how they talk about vanity metrics? I don't think those metrics are vanity metrics. I just think that they're just not sufficient enough. So if, for example, you achieve 200% increase in your newsletter readership, that's really big, but it's inconsequential to the organization if that does not convert into something that is a tangible business or organizational result. So you want to say, okay, this 200% now, what does it mean? Does it mean that more people are interested? Were they making more inquiries from our salespeople? And then maybe the salespeople were the one that dropped the ball and they didn't convert them. Did it bring more sales calls? Did it bring more visits to the whatever? So you need to be able to track, and that's how you show how your activities are making a difference. I want to do the final slide. So again, please believe in yourself and in your abilities. I've spoken about this a lot. It really starts with you, how you believe in yourself, how you push yourself forward. Communication is very important. Don't let anybody tell you that what you are doing is it is not an afterthought. Avoid comparison, appreciate your journey. I mean, just even listening to the different questions, the diversity of people's journeys, and then you also see the similarities of experiences. You're not alone. Appreciate your journey and then find ways to, express whatever frustration or just learn from other people so that you can make the most of wherever it is that you are in. And then learn from mistakes and keep it moving. Mistakes always happen. I hope I get to do a video on some of the mistakes that I've made. Those of you that have read my book, I shared some, because it's not every time you win, you make mistakes, that failure, but you keep it moving. The most important thing is learn the lesson and keep it moving, and don't let failure define you. Because you feel that something does not mean that you are a failure. Because somebody did not like an article that you wrote does not mean you are not a good writer. That person just doesn't like it. About lessons learned, you keep it moving. There's always an answer. There's always a way. I'll put in the work to find it. Speak to people, speak to colleagues. And this is where your peers are really, really great. Your boss may not be able to help you. Your colleagues at work may be busy, but you can just reach out to it. Hey, I'm trying to do this. Have you ever worked on this? Oh, this and that. This is what my boss is saying. Have you ever dealt with it? our experiences, you're never really alone in your journey. This comes, or somebody has been through, somebody has overcome it, somebody has, and they come give you something. While the scenarios may not be exactly the same, but you can learn something from them. When the down moments come, find ways to encourage yourself. Don't stay down too long. I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday. We were like, see, there are times where you cry, allow yourself to cry. I know guys don't like to cry, but us ladies, just cry. Me, I don't even form. When I used to take ice cream, because now I have to be cutting down my sugar, I will go and buy a Haagen-Dazs. I love Haagen-Dazs, the Belgian chocolates. And I will just be crying. I'm taking my ice cream. When I finish, I will not clean my eyes. I wash my face and I say, okay, Adedoyin, you are great. You are beautiful. You are a daughter of God. You are, and then I call my friends, my friends, please have great friends that ginger you. My friends are like, no, what? You are the best communicator, queen, content queen, this queen. I say, yes, gas me up. We need these things once in a while. So don't stay down for too long. Everybody has had low moments. And that's why I really love to read biographies, because you realize that even the successful people that you're looking up to, they failed at some point in their lives. They've had down moments. They've had moments. They've not had it perfectly. So why am I now thinking that my own will now be different, right? This is just the thing about the human experience. And then value is always sought after and rewarded. Please pursue value, show value. These people that they're saying, no, my organization, it comes as an afterthought. Please continue to show value. If your organization does not appreciate that value, somebody is seeing it on the outside and will put you. Value is always important. How am I bringing value? What value am I adding? How much of a person of value am I? And then enjoy the journey. Like I said, this work can be stressful, can be tiring, but I love what I do. Taiwo knows, the time that has been spent putting things together, putting slides. We have to do this over the Christmas. But I love this. I can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. But I truly enjoy what I do. And I want everyone to enjoy what it is that they do. And then our final slide. Please, please, please connect with me. I think a lot of you have already added me on LinkedIn. I will get to accepting the request. Yeah, so you can check my websites. There'll be resources there, more information. This is my email address. I think most of you already have it. LinkedIn, Adedoyin Jaiyesimi, my YouTube channel. I think I should have put my YouTube channel. And then to book the session with me. So like I said, there's a free 20-minute session that's going to be available 3 times a week in my calendar. You can book that. They're also paid 2 to 3 hour sessions, which is paid. So once the slots are filled up, I'm not going to open extra slots, sorry, because we're talking of mental health. I find I need to rest. So I've tried to do it in such a way that, every week I can speak to people. But yeah, please join the Comms Avenue community. Tell you can share the link again. There you have access to professionals from across the continent, and you can also build your peer relationship, ask one another questions. But I want to thank you. We spent how many hours? 4 hours, right? Yeah. I hope that this has been valuable. I really wanted to do this right at the beginning of the year so that it really helps you to hit the ground running. It really does help you to, be armed with what you need to succeed, because that's really what I want. I want to see each and every single one of you on this call succeeding, and that would be the utmost. I want that in 6 months at the end of the year, you can say, oh, I gained something from this. This is what I used the information for, and this is how I use that information. But yeah, thank you for the gift of your time. I don't take it for granted. You can do these things and nobody will sign up, or people sign up and they don't show up. So I really do appreciate the commitment of your time and all. All right, everyone. Bye.